Hey guys, Bernie General here, back with another video, 2 in 1 day. What an amazing day. And today I'm here to test the standard video resolution quality on my Nokia 6300 by doing a video about this. This is my RCA Entertainment Series 27-inch television from the year 2000. And if you guys have watched my channel before, you know I kind of have an affinity for these crappy late 90s, early 2000s TVs that you just don't see anymore. And, well, this one's no different. I actually got this one out of an abandoned motel here in the area. There was a crew renovating it, and I figured that was the perfect opportunity to ask, hey, you guys got any of those old fatback TVs? And he just so happened to say yes, so I actually got this one, a really cool Emerson, an Emerson, which I will show. No, it's a Gold Star that I will show in a separate video, and the creme de la creme, a nearly unused 20-inch Sony Trinitron Wega. So yeah, more to come on that. But this TV here is probably one of the most notorious shitty TVs in the CRT community, I would like to say. It's definitely, I mean, Funai TVs are definitely like the top because like everybody's run into a Funai TV, but these are pretty far up there, and they're not as bad as Zeniths, because Zeniths just outright fail with the whole tube shorting issue that they have at this era of their lifespan. But these RCAs aren't far behind, and there's reasons for that. These do not have any sort of purity rings on the back, so setting it up for purity and convergence and shit, extremely difficult on this set. Basically, it's impossible because it's all automatic setup through capacitors and shit, so you better just hope that the capacitors don't die, and if they do, are you going to want to put the effort into fixing this TV? But regardless of that, it's my living room TV. Sorry for the shaky camera. And it's so just jam-packed with features that you guys are going to be so amazed. It's got a coax on the back, which is where a lot of stuff is plugged in through the VCR over here. It's got the composite up front, which I use for my PlayStation whenever that's hooked up. Stereo speakers. It does have true stereo surround. Yeah, that's a surround sound. No, it's got true stereo sound. They just sound like shit, as you will see here in a moment. Let me make sure I turn that off so it doesn't also ruin the party. And as you can see, I've got this screensaver going on it right now. And that would be because being my living room TV, and this being a weirdly retro-modernistic household, this is connected up to a Roku box. I have it set up here, just kind of alien taped down to a composite converter box. I've had it like this for years now, actually. And then, you know, I just run the USBs. And boom, bada bing, I have a smart CRT. I've been doing this for so long, it's really not even very special to me anymore. But I would figure you guys actually kind of want to see this, because I know not everybody messes around with CRTs quite as much as I do. But, yeah, this TV is actually in immaculate shape for a 2000 RCA, as you probably saw just now. The picture quality is pretty good. Scan lines are definitely visible. It's okay on the blurriness factor for a consumer television set. I mean, come on, you're not going to get perfection out of any of these things, not even a Trinitron. But this one's okay. You also have to remember this is going through a straight coaxial signal, so that's also going to be to blame for some of what this looks like. But as you can see, I mean, it looks good enough. I mean, I can read everything, including the time up there, even though you might not believe me with the way it looks on the camera. No, 8:52 p.m., I can read it. But it's actually not too bad. This RCA does function pretty well as a living room TV, and I actually chose this TV for this position for a couple of reasons. Number one is when I found it, I kind of laughed because it was the only one in the pile like this. telling me that all the other ones like this they ordered died long ago, and this was the only one left. So I took it, hoping that it would work. Lo and behold, it does. And lo and behold, the reason it's the only one left is because it's the one that never ever got used within this motel. I don't know where in the motel this TV was, because they piled all the TVs in one room by the time I saw them, but wherever it wasn't seeing no action. The only TV that I got out of there that was in better condition than this was the Trinitron and the Gold Stars that I checked out. Every other TV was in far worse condition than this one is. Most of them even being broken entirely due to the poor workmanship of the crew that took them into the room. But regardless of that, I also chose this RCA because it being an RCA from the early 2000s, nobody cares about it. I only care about it even for the novelty. So if it breaks down, if something happens to it, the tube gets worn out from being left on too much, I don't care that much. The TV that I was using previously for my living room TV was that 27-inch Trinitron consolette television that you have probably seen if you've watched my channel, I'd say in 2018, 19, somewhere around there. But it was being used as my living room TV until I found this little plasticky Chinese gem. And yeah, this works pretty well, and I don't have to worry about damaging my old Trinitron too much by leaving it on all the time. The interesting fact about this television, and all televisions quite like this one, is this is the last of the real RCAs. If you look at later RCAs than this, the silver bezel front ones and stuff from the mid-2000s, they all are actually what would eventually become TCL TVs, actually. The same Chinese brand that you pick up at Walmart, Best Buy today. Yeah, those early 2000s RCA TVs, the CRT ones, they're also TCL televisions. But this one here, I'd say it's probably the last year of real RCA televisions. It's got an RCA tube. It's got an RCA board in it. It doesn't have any other manufacturers listed on the sticker telling me that this is truly an RCA. Which is, it does make it a cool little piece of history, being that this has got to be one of the last RCAs ever designed. I mean, I think I even have TVs from 2000 that are RCAs that are just a little bit later in the year than this, and those are TCL TVs. But this one is a true RCA. And it does have its own cool little features. Something like this guide here, which obviously, I mean, none of this works anymore. But it's, you know, it's kind of cool to see it. The Guide Star or Guide Plus Gold feature that these RCA TVs had, what they would do is they would gather information from your satellite or antennas here, and then it would display you TV Guide and all your different messages through the television right here. And that's not going through the cable box or the Roku. That's the actual TV's menu. As you can see, it has the Guide Plus Gold by Gemstar right here at the top of the screen. Yeah, there's a little bit of a gem of a TV, just because you don't see them very much. I mean, it's an ugly fuckling of a television, I know that, but, you know, I think it's kind of charming. And you know what? For as much as you can make fun of this weird, bubbly, ugly-ass design that they were going with at the time, I'll show you what really is a benefit to it, and that's being able to walk over here, and I can still see half the screen from here, a little over half the screen from here, actually, because the tube is just so bulbous, and the body line of the TV chassis itself and the plastics, they only further curve out with the screen, giving you a full view of the screen as much as possible. So I see what they were going with. It's just ugly. But with that being said, the sound is crappy. I guess I should show you guys that before I get off here for the night. I'll just go to Pluto TV. Whatever's on is whatever's on. I bet you it's Blaze TV or something. But you'll get a pretty good idea of what the sound sounds like. Yeah.
Mary Brooke coming on and talking about the transgender bathroom
Yeah.
in Congress, which I think everyone kind of...
So as you can hear there, even probably off the phone, sounds like shit. The speakers are horrible in this TV. I mean, there's a reason I have the Yamaha 2 speakers and the sub down there and my receiver. That's all plugged into this because at the end of the day, the TV speakers are for that. They are for TV on this. You can't listen to music on it. Can't really play your games and enjoy them. It's for TV. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you enjoy this golden turd of an RCA television from the early 2000s. I definitely enjoy it. I've probably put a couple thousand hours on it, maybe. I've definitely been using it as much as I can. I even have it on an auto on-off function, so it comes on at 4 in the morning to wake me up, goes off at 11 if I'm not already in bed. And, yeah, this wonderful piece of technology here is still serving my household well in the year of our Lord 2024. So you guys, hope you enjoyed, and have a good one.